Hello everyone. Welcome to part 2 of the third module of professional ethics. In the previous video, we analyzed engineering as an experimental process in order to understand its ethical implications. In this video, we shall look into the ethical codes for students as well as professionals and the interaction of rules with engineering codes. The topics we'll be covering in this video are a balanced outlook on law and codes of ethics, both academic as well as professional. Ethics suggests what we ought to follow to ensure the right behavior and conduct, and laws enforce these behaviors to mediate our relationships with each other and protect the citizens and the welfare of the society. While engineering experiments and technological advancements help in societal development, it is very easy to put the selfish competitive needs of the individual or organization in front of the societal, environmental, and human welfare. This is where laws come in. Laws ensure perfect balance through ethical conduct and ensure self-regulation and not giving in to selfish needs. An important legal aspect involved in engineering experiments is standardizations. Standardization primarily means setting up standards or measuring sticks by the means of which quality, quantity, performance, value, and service may be gauged or determined. Industrial standards are framed by companies, professional associations, and trade associations for industry-wide use. These are also prescribed as parts of laws and official regulations to facilitate interchangeability, accuracy in measurement, quality assurance, as well as to prevent fraudulent transactions. While standardization helps maintain a steady and balanced competition amongst industries, excessive standardization of operations and procedures may reduce the initiative and interests of the workers. We shall now move on to the next topic, which is ethical codes or code of ethics. Code of ethics are a set of standardized guidelines set by any organization or professional practice ensuring the right behavioral conduct. These guidelines help the members complete their duties with honesty and integrity and stay away from any moral or ethical misconduct. They also help maintain the status quo, encourage moral discussions, deterrence from immoral practices, create a good public image, and most importantly, provide inspiration and guidance. Engineers as professionals have to follow a set of ethical codes compulsory to their profession as well as those stated by their respective organizations. While ethical codes of conduct do have their advantages, they are not without limitations. The generic nature of the codes proves useless in many situations because many problems require certain amendments to the present codes. The flaws of commission and omission prove that the codes are not the final authority of professional conduct. Also, most of the professionals are completely unaware of these codes, and until all new recruits are duly informed about these, the codes are but random wordings on a piece of paper. And several codes overlap with each other and create internal conflicts, the solution for which is not provided in the codes. And finally, the coercive nature of the codes is sometimes seen as threatening. While there are powerful and influential people who find ways to go around them, some others fall into the trap. Ethical behaviors do not begin only when a person becomes a professional. They are to be followed in every sphere of life, including studies. We shall now look into the importance of the academic code of ethics. Academic or student code of ethics guides the students in maintaining the highest standards of academic integrity and moral responsibility. They also help promote the growth of ethically responsible students and future professionals. The following are some of the important student codes of ethics. Responsibility and punctuality are two ethical behaviors that are important for a person throughout his or her life. Every academic institution has their own sets of rules and regulations. Once a student enrolls in the institution, they are ethically bound to follow the rules without fault. These institutional rules and regulations often involve academic honesty and integrity. Students must compulsorily refrain from practicing dishonest means such as cheating for exams, plagiarism, fabrication or duplication that may mar their integrity. The Student Code of Ethics also mandate that students should always act respecting the rights and interests of others. Now that we have understood the importance of academic or student code of ethics, we shall now look into the professional code of ethics. Professional code of ethics are designed to ensure that employees are behaving in a manner that is socially acceptable and respectful of one another. It establishes the rules for behavior and sends a message to every employee that universal compliance is expected. Engineering is an important and learned profession. As members of this profession, engineers are expected to exhibit the highest standards of honesty and integrity. Engineering has a direct and vital impact on the quality of life for all people. Accordingly, the services provided by engineers require honesty, impartiality, fairness, and equity, and must be dedicated to the protection of the public health, safety, and welfare. Engineers must perform under a standard of professional behavior that requires adherence to the highest principles of ethical conduct. Now, let us take a look at the fundamental canons prescribed by National Society of Professional Engineers. The first canon states that engineers shall hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Engineers having knowledge of any alleged violation of this code shall report thereon to appropriate professional bodies and, when relevant, also to public authorities, and cooperate with proper authorities in furnishing such information or assistance as may be required. Secondly, engineers should perform services only in their areas of competence. They should not affix their signature to any plans or documents dealing with subject matter in which they lack competence, nor to any plan or document not prepared under their direction and control. The third canon states that engineers shall issue public statements only in an objective and truthful manner. They should be objective and truthful in professional reports, statements, or testimony. They should include all relevant and pertinent information in such reports, statements, or testimony, which should bear the date indicating when it was current. The next canon states that engineers shall act for each employer or client as faithful agents or trustees. Engineers should not accept compensation, financial or otherwise, from more than one party for services on the same project or for services pertaining to the same project unless the circumstances are fully disclosed and agreed to by all interested parties. And finally, engineers should not engage in any sorts of deceptive acts. They are duty bound to conduct themselves honorably, responsibly, ethically, and lawfully so as to enhance the honor, reputation, and usefulness of the profession. With that, we have come to the end of Part 2 of Module 3 of Professional Ethics. Thank you all for your patient listening.